Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. My husband's friendship with a young woman. Suspicion. I apologize if this is really long and messy. My thoughts are all over the place. I'm so lost and don't know what to do or think. I, F45, have been married to my husband, M42, for 6 years, together for 9. Our relationship has always been happy, and I love him. He's handsome, confident, fun. And I can't really believe that I'm considering him to be a potential cheater. It feels terrible. One of my husband's closest friends is a 23-year-old woman, who he's known for 4 years. He met her because she asked him for directions. She was new to our city, he gave her a tour, and that was the start of it. The first year, the friendship was super normal. I was a bit jealous the first time I met her. She's beautiful, but my husband reassured me. The first year, they saw each other occasionally, but these past 3 years, they will usually see each other in the morning or for lunch, and then most evenings either alone or with their group of friends. Basically, he spends a lot of time with her, more than with me. A week ago we went out with friends and family members to the bar for the evening. It was also open mic, and my husband has a very nice voice, so he went up on stage and sang Love in Portofino, a very intense love song, which is in her language, by the way. That was fine, but the problem is that the entire time, he looked straight at his friend. It was very awkward. I wasn't sure if it was just because he was tipsy, but after this incident at the bar, when we got home I decided to seriously confront him, and of course, he denied cheating. I don't have any evidence at all. I check his texts, WhatsApp, his photos regularly, but there's nothing. There's been a few suspicious factors, but they don't especially mean he is cheating on me. The first is that when I do join their outings they're in their own world and talk non-stop, and I feel a little excluded. But again, that might just indicate a strong friendship. Another thing is that they're really hands-on, to the point where it's sometimes uncomfortable. On one occasion his friend pointed to me and said, "Your wife is that way," kind of jokingly, so I know I'm not the only one who notices it. But once again, that could be because they're both Southern European, cultural to be a little touchy, and have a good friendship. He also gifted her one of his late mother's bracelets, which I got mad at him for, but he said that it doesn't matter because 1, he has no children to pass it on to, and 2, she's a special friend to him. Which sounds valid but still makes me uneasy. There's been other small incidents which have made me question a little, but otherwise I can never say for sure. The song really pushed it though, and I don't know, I'm so lost. It's hard to know if I'm blowing this out of proportion, and if this is all innocent. I was advised that they might be involved with each other, but I'm so unsure. My sisters think it's romantic, one of my friends says it's probably sexual, others say I shouldn't worry and that it's just like a strong father/daughter relationship. I should note this girl doesn't have a dad. I have no clue if it would be just him who likes her, or if this might be a mutual affair, etc., and don't even know if my suspicions are even valid. As suggested, I sat my husband down to talk again and asked him to listen to everything I have to say without interruption. I told him I love him, told him how and why I felt his relationship with this young woman, cheating or not, is unacceptable and has made me uncomfortable. I told him the ways it has impacted our marriage, and that he needed to decide to either remove her from his life and seek to work on us, or I would get a divorce. His only reply to everything I said was, "I agree, it's time we divorce." Obviously I started crying immediately. I asked him again if he cheated on me, and he admitted to an emotional affair and having kissed the girl. He answered all of my questions and proceeded to apologize for everything, and that it's entirely his fault, like that makes me feel better. He then told me he would return later to collect his things and left. I'm shocked, and at the same time I'm not. It was stupid of me to expect any other answer than the one I got, but still, having to hear my husband so calm and unwilling to work on us even though I poured my heart out to him and was ready to give him a chance hurts me terribly. Even after the betrayal, I don't want to divorce him at all, and I'm scared for the future. I love him and I'm devastated he doesn't love me back. This is a nightmare. Thankfully I received some really kind words of support here which I was reading to help me feel a little better. At the end of the day I know he won't change his mind, so all I can do is accept. You lost me at him spending more time with her than you. If he's prioritizing his relationship with her over his time with you, that's a huge problem. If she's spending that much time with him in return, she's interested too. I'd say they're touchy-feely to the point of others commenting, they are both reciprocating each other. And it's disrespectful to you. Bottom line, he's not her father. She's not his daughter. He's not her boyfriend. She's not his girlfriend. You need to set hard boundaries in place with consequences. Your gut and everyone around you are telling you he's cheating. Just because he has good OPSEC and you haven't found evidence doesn't mean he isn't cheating. There are so many red flags here I can hardly decide what to address first. Personally, it would be a hard line that he cut off all communication with this girl and go completely no contact and see a therapist with you, or I'd be filing for divorce. And I'd allow no further gaslighting or discussion on the subject. I'd just lay out your boundaries, and let him make his choice. He's in an affair with this girl. Period. They are in an affair. 100% on board with this. As soon as I read that he spends more time with her than with you, the rest is nearly irrelevant. The best case scenario is that he neglects his spouse. The far more realistic scenarios all involve them having an affair. Unfortunately, now that he knows you're looking, it's likely he'll be even more careful. Sadly, there are entire subs dedicated to how cheaters keep their affairs secure. It's very possible for him to keep it hidden if he's savvy. What you've already described sounds like enough to get serious about divorce, or at least playing hardball with him. If you really need more evidence before taking that step, you might have to get extreme and use GPS trackers or pies or something. But if you trust your spouse so little that you're at that point, is it even worth it? That's a call only you can make. Personally, it would be a hard line that he cut off all communication with this girl and go complete no contact and see a therapist with you, or I'd be filing for divorce. He's already cut off his sister for disapproving of the friendship. I doubt he would ever accept these conditions. He did cut down the hours a bit when I asked him to, but all contact. I can't imagine. A divorce sounds so scary. I can understand that. Divorce is scary. Losing the one you love is scary. But what's even scarier, is hearing you say that he cut off his own sister for disapproving of the relationship. He is choosing her over his own family? This is a horrible question to have to ask, and it's going to be a horrible question to even think about. But what do you want? Do you want to be in a relationship with him and her? Because right now, she is his priority. He's made that clear, in public. To everyone. Even to his family. And to you. He is in a very semi-public relationship with both you and her. And he is choosing to gaslight you every day and lie about it. I guess you have to decide if you can live with that. I'm not judging you by stating that. A lot of people choose to stay, and look the other way. Because of love, finances, children, etc. Only you know if that is something you can deal with. But that is the truth of what is happening right now. Only you know what you need and what you can handle. I'm so sorry this is happening. You deserve better. And it's not your fault. Remember that. I don't understand why he would stay with me if she's his priority. If he is cheating, which is what everyone believes, I guess, the fact that he's still with me has got to mean we can fix this, right? I'll need to think a lot about what you've said here. Thanks for the help. A lot of cheaters stay because they want both. They don't necessarily intend to leave. But they definitely won't choose/give up either. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They'll do it as long as they can. And once you find out and try to force them to choose, They'll manipulate you into the pick-me dance to hold on to both of you even longer. And again, I'm sorry you are here at this sub, and even having to doubt your relationship. It's excruciating. Good luck, Purple Heart. No offense, but you seem really naive or willfully ignorant. There's a million cases of people cheating and wanting to keep their relationship. Like someone else said, it's called wanting your cake and to eat it too. You're totally allowed to accept this as this is your life/relationship, but that's pretty much what it boils down to. I don't know. I have never in my life had to deal with something like this before, or even known a cheater/someone who's been cheated on around me. This is really foreign and I cannot understand the concept of wanting both. I see where you're coming from though with the last sentence. And that's why you're here. I don't think there's anyone that hasn't been cheated on here on this sub. We've all been victims and that's why we're trying to help. You've obviously been seeing red flags and resorted to coming here. You know things aren't right and you need help in seeing just how wrong things are. That's where we come in. Now I'm guessing it's one of these scenarios, to which I'll put in least shitty to worst case. He has an unhealthy attachment to this woman. It could be a crush or simply over codependency. Either way it needs to stop as it's affecting your relationship, or at the very least some hard boundaries, as it's an unhealthy bond. He is having a one-sided emotional affair. She doesn't feel the same and might be oblivious to his interest in her. Although it isn't reciprocated, he has feelings for another woman. That is extremely bad. At the least this woman is now dead to your husband and you go to marriage counseling pronto. He needs to earn back that trust. At the most you need to separate on your way to divorce. A mutual emotional/physical affair. They're essentially dating and doing things behind your back at a person in a monogamous relationship shouldn't, not to mention he's almost twice her age. Creepy. This can only end in divorce. This is irredeemable behavior and is highly selfish, not to mention traumatic for you. Staying married to someone who's done this to you is nothing short of you're too damn good to put up with such bullshit. I want to ask you a few questions if I may. What exactly did his sister say or do about this friend to warrant getting cut off? Did she go about it the wrong way, or did she just call him out justifiably on his bullshit? What exactly are you getting out of this marriage, since you seem to be the third wheel in your own marriage? Do you realize you deserve to have a partner that cares about you and sees you as a priority, instead of second fiddle to some young woman? She told him she disapproves. She could have been nicer about it though. I don't know how to answer that. He's nice to me and when he is home he's just my normal husband. That does sound like the ideal, also what the relationship used to be like. I'm hoping it's option 1 or 2, so that I have a chance of, maybe, solving this. Just wanted to say I'm grateful for all the help, thank you. I wonder if she's been cheated on and was drawing from that experience. His behavior is very suspect, so she was trying to set him straight. It didn't work and he chose some random girl over his sister who was calling him out on his shit. That might be so, but I couldn't imagine doing this to my partner. We've been together nearly 3 years, nobody should ever come between us, and if they ever did, our bond wasn't meant to be, and I'd end things between us in a heartbeat if that became reality, no matter the pain. That's how your relationship should be, but it isn't. You need to lay it on the table since he seems to be ignoring your concerns. He needs to learn that unless he's 100% committed to you, you're gonna walk. So what should you say? I'll write something out that could help. I'll keep it as civil as possible. Husband's name: I love you very much. I mean, you're the man I married and want a life with, but we barely have a marriage anymore and you know why. Young female friend's name: I really don't care that she's younger or a woman or your friend, except that your relationship to her is extremely unhealthy. Now I have no idea if you've stepped out on our marriage and had relations with this girl. I'm not jumping to that conclusion at all, and I'd expect you to honor our vows and tell me if that were the case, as a husband should, so I'll go off the assumption you haven't. You spend most of your free time with this woman, more than with me. You sing love songs to her in her language. Honestly, I'm a third wheel in the life of you and this girl, not to mention the huge age gap between you two. You have an unhealthy attachment to this woman, and you even cut your sister out of your life, because she had the audacity to point this out. So if you want to throw me out of your life for the same reason, at least I know where you stand, not that I'm a priority in your life anymore, as she has since taken that spot. Now if you do love me and want me to continue to be your wife, you will cut contact with this woman immediately and go to marriage counseling. Maybe even get individual therapy for yourself as well to help you get past whatever relationship you have with this woman. You will do all of this if you wish to remain my husband, or I will have to start a process of separation. You have allowed this woman to get between us and drive a wedge. I can't stand it anymore, and you either don't see it or don't care. Which breaks my heart, because I just want the man I married back, the man who saw me as his priority and made me feel loved, not this man who runs off with another woman almost of his age and barely spends time with his wife. If he's gone forever, I need to know, because I deserve better than this, and you know that. Possibly. As you've said, he should be 100% committed to me. I've read what you've written over and over again. Thank you so much. I've asked my husband to come home and talk, and can't thank you enough for writing this out, because I wouldn't know where to start. Update: my husband's friendship with a young woman coping. Hey everyone. A lot of people have been reaching out to ask me how everything has been holding up, which I appreciate so much. I just wanted to write a sort of update as to what happened and where I'm currently at. After he chose to go down the divorce pathway, he wasted no time and came with a friend to collect all of his stuff. It's strange not to have him home, and having had all his things gone so suddenly. I guess he's already been gone a long time, but it's just the empty space that really hits hard that this is real. It didn't help that I accidentally came across him and his new girl all loved up together in the town square. As some people mentioned might happen, it did. My friendships have taken a hit as well, because two of my closest girlfriends were aware of the affair the entire time and didn't tell me because their husbands asked them not to. So that was again, so painful. I'm crying most of the time, thinking about memories, thinking about how much I want to confront the new girl, but also trying my best to think of more positive thoughts and distractions. My family has been so supportive, and so kindly. My nephew and sister-in-law have been around to comfort me. Not to mention my dog has been a huge help during these tough times, and I truly don't know what I'd do without him. I've been doing okay, and I'm sure I will get better in time. Thanks so much for all of the support and care. I cannot thank the community enough. Sorry this has happened. The friends were not friends of the marriage. Rid them of your life. Concerning your STBX husband, once the Fantasyland unicorn farting Skittles romance comes back to reality, and they do, your STBX will probably come crawling back. Kick him to the curb. Those two cheaters deserve each other. File now, protect yourself. Keep the faith. This X10,000. This is my third entry. Lust never last. Also, the same problem will always come back. It will happen to them because they got together through an affair. It'll end with another affair. Your friends are not friends. I would have given no crap of what my husband said. I'd look out for my friend regardless if I truly thought we were friends. Good riddance, and I'm sorry about your situation, Op. The husbands forcing their wives into silence over Op's affair might indicate they're doing the same. I find those that excuse or help cover up cheating behavior have been involved in their own infidelity behavior. Sounds like these people are all garbage. Time to throw them out. Anybody that sticks by you and didn't cover for your specs husband, who were in the dark just as you were, they are the people who truly give a shit about you that you need to keep around through this tough time. The last thing you need to be is alone. Can you stay with family? The traumatic actions of this asshole have made staying at your house painful. I think you need distance from things that remind you of him while you work out divorce proceedings. Get in touch with your own lawyer, Op. Do it sooner than later. This And he will be back begging, no question. When I was going through my divorce, my therapist had me write a list of reasons it happened, and why we were breaking up. Then I could look at the list and remember why this was happening. Best of luck to you, Yellow Heart. Like many of us who have been betrayed, time turns out to be our best friend. Please be kind to yourself. The standard advice is good advice: eat healthy, stay away from alcohol, work out, and just be kind to yourself. You will be on an emotional roller coaster for a while, as you will essentially be dealing with many of the same emotions that a person who is dealing with the death of a spouse goes through. I am sorry that this has happened to you. I can only extend my sympathy and wish you all the best. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.